Hey guys, this is Ksenia. I've recorded a video I don't know when, a few weeks ago about recent reads, the latest video that I have, and it ended up being a bit too long, so I have cut out one book, me reviewing one book, that is All the Ugly and Wonderful Things by Brune Green, and I thought I would just make it as a separate video right here and now. So yeah, this is just a little introduction for you to know what's happening, and I hope you enjoy. So this is the book that when I started reading it, and I think even halfway, I was sure that this is gonna be my favorite book of the year. Unfortunately, it's not my favorite book of the year, but I still loved it a big deal. There are a few reasons why it's not my absolute favorite, and mostly this reason is the ending. I thought it was very clunky and just all over the place, and if we just put the ending aside, the rest of the book was incredible. And this is a very controversial book. I'm not sure how popular it is, so I'm just gonna explain it very quickly. So the book describes the relationship between a 14-year-old girl and around 25-year-old man, and this relationship starts as friendship when she's just 9, I think, and it's a very strong and pure friendship, and it's beautiful, and those moments were my favorite in the book. I think the third of the book describes that, and both are very lonely. Both have been abused their whole lives. Both are they have no one else in the world, and they have to deal with some pretty heavy stuff in their lives. And they find each other, they connect right away because there's no one else in their lives. And it's just so beautiful, and it doesn't matter how old they are, doesn't matter what gender they are, nothing matters. It's just pure friendship. It's beautiful. But then, of course, in this novel, the relationship develops, and as Wavy, the main character, she grows older, she starts developing her sexuality, and she starts getting curious about stuff, and their relationship kind of evolves. So this is how do I even explain it? Yeah, it's very difficult to explain, obviously, because the topic is very, you don't want to really be talking about that, because she is 14, and even though there is no intercourse, wow, what a word. But I want to say right away that there is no pedophilia in this book, there is no grooming, there is no predator behavior, there is no brainwashing. It's just two people who have had a very solid foundation, very pure and beautiful friendship, and their relationship develops. And it's a bit awkward because both of them are very immature. It's not just Wavy, the female character, the 14-year-old character who's immature. In the emotional way, they are both very immature, and they don't know how to talk about stuff, and it's just, it was uncomfortable. And I feel like lots of people hate on this book because obviously they hear about what it's about and they instantly just put a big no, and I understand those people. It is uncomfortable to read, but I don't understand the hate that is thrown at the author. I actually have a book there. Wait. Yeah, the cover is brilliant. Oh, I love it so much. So yeah, here in the book it might say, I think somewhere here it says that it's love story. What these two feel towards each other, it is definitely love. It is a very, the highest form of love, when you just love a person unconditionally, and it's beautiful. But it's not a romantic love story, it's not not something to read and have feels about, and like you don't want to root for these characters, although maybe I was supposed to root for them, I don't know. I just wanted them to have a normal life. In these circumstances it wasn't possible, so yeah, it was quite uncomfortable to read. All the characters are very memorable, and they aren't all good and bad, even though I feel like the bad characters are really, really, really bad. You can't understand why they are the way they are. And I'm not talking about the main characters, because the main characters are mostly shown in a positive light, but basically everyone around them is horrible. And even though I don't want to make up excuses for the horrible people around them, but you kind of see where they're coming from, because the life that they live is just, it's harsh, and it's yeah, but it's beautiful. The writing is beautiful, the friendship is so beautiful, and if you are prepared for some uncomfortableness in reading this, I would highly recommend reading it. It's the language is amazing. It's highly, highly poetic. I have so many beautiful quotes from this book. And one last thing I wanted to say, it's actually on Goodreads, so I'm not going to pretend that I'm so smart and did some research, but in case you don't know, in case you're interested, the author of this book actually said that she wrote this book because something similar happened to her when she was around 14, I think. She had a relationship with a grown man around 25 or something, and she said that this relationship was very nurturing, very healthy, not what you would expect when you hear about a relationship with such a huge age difference. And she also comes from very bad background. I think her father was a meth dealer or something like that, which is I think it's what the case here. I'm not sure he's a meth dealer, but he is definitely a drug dealer. But yes, great book. That's the way I end all of my videos. So thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments if you have read this book, and or if you have heard of it. And yes, see you soon, hopefully.